Welcome to another episode of Clear Light Connections, where we talk to the people behind the businesses of Bay Area Houston, proudly sponsored by UTMB Health. Today's special guests, we have Layla and Jhon, and you are with HOTWORX. Give me your 30-second elevator speech on HOTWORX. What is it?
We're a 24/7 infrared fitness studio. We have tons of different classes. It's hot yoga, hot Pilates, hot core. We have 8 saunas in my location. Half of those saunas are the isometric sessions. The other are HIIT sessions. My personal favorite is Blast. We have cycle, really everything that you can think of, so you can find something that fits for your schedule and your routine.
So it's all done in heat, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tell me how that works.
So
what are the benefits of doing that?
Yeah, so in the 8 saunas, you can have 3 people in each sauna. You'll come in, you'll schedule your session, and you'll follow along with 3 virtual trainers. They're going to walk you through the process. We have 3 different levels of personal trainers on the screen. You'll do your session, and then once that ends, another one comes. So you can do as many sessions as you want in a day, and you can get into the benefits of it. I want to jump a little bit, off topic, but the benefits, for me personally, was, mental health, right? So if you've ever done infrared fitness, it's 125, 130 degrees. It's hot, right? And you think about, what that does for you. It helps you slow down. It provides muscle recovery. It helps with stress. It helps with depression, calorie burn. I don't focus on weight loss as a big push for us, because anything you do in that type of temperature, you're going to lose weight. Anything you do consistently, you're going to lose weight. The benefits that I think are really important here is how it makes you feel, how you leave with more energy. For me, I felt invincible when I did it the first time, and I felt in love with it, right? And so I'm very passionate about what it does and what it provides for people and being a part of people's journey.
Yeah, people often say they feel good after a good sweat.
Yeah, they do. They really, and we have people come in there that are having a tough day, and they leave after like, hey, I might have not, today might have been tough, but I feel like I won, right? I came in and I pushed even through a tough day. And I think that infrared lets you slow down. Like, we just get so busy throughout our process of being parents, husbands, wives, employees. And I think that HOTWORX provides a little bit of relief from the busyness.
You think it's the heat that makes people, because you can't do the same type of things you normally do, so it forces you to take a step back.
It does. I think that the heat, not only that's that infrared. The infrared is healing, and it's, for me, I've come from a torn ACL, a torn meniscus, and at that time I joined HOTWORX, and I couldn't figure out how to heal my leg, and this was the first thing that helped me through that process. Was it easy? No, it wasn't easy, but it definitely helped me through, one step at a time. And I'm seeing so many members that are having their reasons, right? Their reasons aren't the same as mine, but I get to be a part of that, and that is just such a beautiful thing.
So where are you guys located?
We're over by we're over on 1600 Clear Lake City Boulevard, right by Rosewater.
All right.
We have a bright sign. I want to make sure people, when they drive by late at night, they see it and want to go do a session. We got a perfect location. It's right in the neighborhood, so it just makes it easy for people to get to. And
so how did you both get into this?
He came home one day. His best friend had been begging him, hey, you got to try this. And he's like, ew, I don't like working out in a sauna. I don't know how I feel about that. His whole life has been so into a passion about working out. It has, going to the gym, having someone to go to the gym with, and bodybuilding, you name it, he's done it. And so when his best friend was telling him about this, he's like, this doesn't really seem like my scene. I'm like a weightlifter, like that's kind of more of my style. And he's like, bikes and cycling, I don't know about that. So finally, he broke down, he gave it a shot, and then he came home and told me about it. And I'm like, ooh, like I've heard this fad about hot yoga, but, I don't know if it's here to stay. Like, I think this is just a fad. He's like, no, you got to get in there, you got to try it. And I'm like, working out is something I've always done, never really loved. It's been something that is almost just like, okay, I know it's healthy, I know it's good for you, mental health, physical health, got to do it, just like a checkbox thing. So I tried HOTWORX, and when you have 2 little ones and you're having to lift a 40-pound baby and a 30-pound baby, it's hard on your body when you're sore.
Oh, yeah.
I was always miserable after working out. With HOTWORX, you don't get that. So that's kind of how we got into it, is he had his friend, and then he looped me into it, and then he's like, we got to do this. Like, he was so passionate about it. We got to do this. I tried it out. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm on board. Let's do it.
And then, so how did you guys decide, okay, let's open up a franchise and all in?
We had been searching for a business for a long time. We still both have day jobs, but we were just passionate about wanting to have something for ourselves and be a part of people's journey in some aspect. And after this, I just felt like it was a sign, and I not only, started the franchise, but I became a member of a HOTWORX elsewhere because I just was so in love with what it was and how it helped me through my mental health issues that I was having at that time. I think at that point, it was such a beautiful thing.
So it's very serendipitous is what it sounds like.
It is. It is. It was and I believe wholly, like, this is our first location. We're going to do probably 2 more if we get the ability. We're already planning for the second. But at the end of the day, I think this was a gift for us and a gift to be able to give to the Clear Lake community.
So do you notice the way you guys fell in love with it? Do you notice that in most of your clients that try it?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in building relationships with each of my clients. Most gyms have this mindset of they're just, they're just general members. They'll, and I think people say family and throw that term, loosely around, but my members are family, and I know, if not all of them, a majority of them, and I communicate with them on a day-by-day basis. I'm texting some of them, checking on them, making sure that they're doing well if they're not making sessions. And because of that, I think this is what makes this so spectacular, and they love it. They share it in depth of how this benefits their lives. And if it may be a loss of a pet, or blood pressure is too high, and then the excitement of them getting to lower the blood pressure because of the HOTWORX. And I think that we're going to see more and more of that because HOTWORX is growing, and people are now getting all the testimony from members like my members. So for me, the real win is anybody being a member at any HOTWORX, not my HOTWORX, just go try
just
it.
everybody that lives in the Bay Area, Houston.
Yeah, Bay Area, Houston. Yeah, just
a big pool.
Yeah, it is. And then if they're in a different location, find out where one's nearby you and go try a free session. See the value. Don't take my word for it. Go try a session and be like, let's see if Jhon is telling the truth. And you're gonna see, like, wow, this is amazing.
So you offer a free session for everybody that wants to try it. Tell me what that would look like.
Yeah, all they do is they go through our list of sessions that we have. We have so many. They pick one that they feel comfortable trying. I typically recommend stretch or blast. They come in, they do the session. We provide everything for them, right? The mat, the towel. They come in, they can bring a friend if it makes them feel more comfortable. We reserve the rest of the space for just those 2 people. They try the session after we talk through them, the benefits, and ask them, questions of, where could you see this helping you? Do you sleep well? Are you stressed? And we go through that, I guess, that just the recap of, what they need, and that we build it from there.
So you said stretch or blast. Tell me a little bit more about what those, because you mentioned blast was one of your favorites.
Yeah,
right?
so it's
a
full body, it's like an elliptical, but you're sitting down, so it's a full body workout. I've actually made, most people that come in, I try to ask them to try it for at least a few minutes. It is a little more difficult, but it's only a 15-minute session. And you add that in to doing cardio and in that temperature, it's spectacular. The stretch side's more of a recovery aspect. HOTWORX in general, all of it's really formed for recovery, but the stretch is truly recovery. You're in there for 45 minutes. It's a 30-minute session, 45 minutes because of warm-up, cool down, and you follow along and you're stretching to help just recover your body from whatever you're dealing with. I had a lady the other day that was dealing with, just had a hip surgery. She came in there and did the best she could, and it helped her relieve the pain and the stress that she was having from the surgery she just had. So those are awesome sessions. We have so many. Yoga's great too. It's a little bit more in depth, but I recommend everybody come in, check it out, see what you like, and give it a try.
Now, what's your favorite to do?
Oh, I love the cycle. It is. I had never done a traditional cycle class, so I'm like, I'm just gonna sit on this bike, maybe like be on my phone for a little bit, and in the sauna, like, oh, sweat, it'll be fine. No, their virtual instructors are so intense the whole time. You're moving, and they keep you engaged to the point that you're not like, okay, how much time do I have left? Do I have, oh my gosh, I just need to get through these last 5 minutes. They keep you engaged, lockstep, and so that's probably my favorite session.
Okay, and you said you're open 24 hours.
Yes,
how does that work?
So we do have staff there
Okay.
6 days a week. but for our members, once they become a member, they have access. Doors always locked. They get a specific code that's accessible for themselves. They put in the code. They're scheduling their sessions on the app. They come in. They do their session. Not only outside of the saunas, we do have a workout area. So we have weights, we have cables. So if they want to incorporate that into their routine, and I work hard to make sure, depending on what their goals are, they do incorporate that. I think lifting is still important, even if it's only for a few minutes. But then they have access to everything else.
So you go do some lifting, get kind of warm, and then get warmer by doing the saunas.
Exactly. And I'm a believer too, and we push hard. Don't lift a lot of weight. It's not necessary. It's just a little bit of weight because you're already gonna, push your body to its limit because you're in these saunas, especially depending on what session you're doing. Like one of the sessions we have is bands. For me, I don't even use the band because it's such a tough session, but it's awesome.
So how long is the longest session? Because you've got to be able to limit how long somebody stays in.
The longest session that we have is the 45 minutes.
Okay.
And that's all the isometrics. Outside of that, all the HIIT sessions are 15 minutes.
Okay.
I think we have over 512 sessions that can be booked per day. We don't give off the vibe that we're busy. I think that's awesome because people come in, they do their session, and they leave. It's about getting your time back. A normal routine at the gym, you're there 45 minutes before you even truly started sweating, right? Or you're waiting for a machine. There's none of that here. We're setting this up to give you time back.
So it's really concentrated, and you can pretty much get what you need done in 15 minutes, and you're on your way again.
Yeah, that's the spectacular thing about it.
Yeah.
And you think about how busy we are.
Yeah, and on your own time, whenever you need it. We have some people from the hospitals that come in at 3 a.m. because they have to work a shift in an hour. So it's on your own time.
Now, if I come in, I'm going to sweat like this. Can you take a shower there, or okay?
Yeah, we have 2 bathrooms. One of them that has a shower, and my wife designed it, so it looks better than one at our house. But it is a beautiful bathroom. We wanted to give back to make sure that they have everything they need there, so they can get to the routine of their day. Okay. Right. So you have everything there. We have a vending machine with everything else you might need if you forget anything. If it be soap, if it be deodorant. Right. I forgot it a few times myself, but we make sure that we're preparing the setup of the facility for our members, anything they need.
It sounds like you're very detail oriented, and so is every HOTWORX like that, or are you allowed to add like your own touches as a franchisee?
They're pretty strict, but I think it's good because it keeps the brand at a certain level, right? We're a bit more focused on detail in certain areas because I know what I looked for in a gym and what I felt like was missing in a gym, and I think it was culture. And so for us, I'm very strict with my team about making sure that they understand that it's our job to make an impact. We don't know what anybody's going through. They might come in, might be having a tough day, so we could be that thing that changes their day, right? A smile, a statement. I think a member told me the other day that this is the first HOTWORX they've ever been at. They have access to all locations nationwide, that we stop and talk to them, even when they're not in the mood to be talked to, and it helps their day. I think that's what separates us, and I think that's what going to make us successful, and that's why we love it.
So how's it been going? Because you already said there's plans. You're wanting to do at least 2 or 3 more locations. So how's it been?
It's been spectacular. The community of Clear Lake has really stepped up. The Chambers has helped us in ways that I was not even expecting. We were able to become profitable in 6 months.
Oh wow!
And that is we've a lot of prayer, a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. But because of that and being true to our members, I think that's what's going to connect to us, keep growing.
Well, what I like about your story particularly is that you found something you were passionate about, and then were able to find a franchise that. So what advice would you give to somebody who wants to start a business? They don't know where to start. What kind of advice would you give them?
You want to give?
I think the biggest thing is finding that passion, not rushing into something. It took years to find that. And he dabbled in a few other things that didn't pan out, explored other business adventures, and all of them was just looks good, but I'm not in love with it, because then when you talk about those sleepless nights, it doesn't feel like work. When you're going in, you're connecting with those members, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like you've built something for the community, and I think that's a beautiful thing. It's a way to almost give back.
Yeah, well, it's like that old saying, if you love your job, it's not like going to work.
It's not work.
And I can tell with both of you that you're really, you're passionate about it and enthusiastic about it. And I think people are drawn to that, and it sounds like you've figured that out.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So, anything else you want to tell us about HOTWORX, your specific location?
I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you to the community for allowing us to be in this position to have a business. It's a dream, and we love it. My wife and I, we thank you. My kids thank you, because one day this is what I will only do, and I just love it. So thank you, guys.
Well, you guys are well on your way to great success, and I think with your enthusiasm and energy, it's going to happen for you. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you.